Hello folks, it has almost been a week since my last post and I'm all better now. Today I have three topics. Global news today. That's for my first video. I'm most likely going to rant something about uselessness of 9/11 memorials and also video reply for Mr. Epstein on his recent videos on non-existence of heaven and hell, but this video will focus on, surprise surprise, US government, Russian Duma and Middle East. Well, there's been lots of talks between Putin's office and the White House on the possible invasion to Syria, and it's still ongoing. Russians still think that it is against the international law for USA to invade without the consent of the UN Security Council, and the consent of Security Council has been made impossible by both the Chinese and the Russian, which causes quite a problem for the Americans. It has almost also, fuck my language, also been noted that historically USA has been handing NSA classified information to another state, being Israel. It's not surprising, and we do not know what information that is. Most likely it concerns Syria or Iran. About Iran, US and Iran have been in direct talks for over 2 months for the first time now, and I'm optimistic about that. If we can find peaceful solutions between West and the East and the neutral in both Syria and Iran, we might actually be able to escape a huge conflict that might escalate into the World War III. Russians report that an American weapon shipment has arrived in Syria, in rebel-controlled territory, and the militants have been gaining some more arms. It is not known whether it is government approved or not, but the shipment arrived under US flags, which are usable, if I'm correct me if I'm not, by any corporation that pays its taxes in the US. What's more, the Syrians and the Russians had some negotiations, and apparently Assad's reign is prepared to give control of their chemical weapons to the UN, the UN Security Council, apparently, and Russians are to be in control of that specific operation. That's a smart move that will take base from the US intervention. I do not know if it's going to be real or not, but yes. It is not known what's going on in the US government, and I'm not sure if I want to know. I just hope that the senators and the president in Washington have the data correct, and not the same mistake is being made as was done with Iraq, where the president gained the right data after the invasion had been on for weeks, which would mean that the president doesn't really make the decisions if he has the wrong information. The decisions are made by those manipulating him with the wrong data, which saddens me greatly. Also, Iran President Hassan Rouhani has arrived in the Kyrgyzstan's capital of Bishkek to participate in the SCO summit. As the SCO, for those not informed, is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It is a trade and security pact between primarily China, Russia, and some of their allies, such as Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. Iran, India, Mongolia, and Pakistan are observer members of the organization. So they haven't quite joined, but they haven't said no to it, and most likely they would seek help in case NATO, which is, yes, SCO's counterpart in the world, should attack one of these countries. I find it interesting. The SCO, it's like modern day counterpart for NATO, like the alliance of Warsaw was during the Soviet Union, except SCO is not dictated by one nation, and it's highly democratic and seems to function a lot better than the Western counterpart. I'll get back to you on yesterday's stuff, 9/11 shit, and the Mr. Epstein video reply later on. Rock on, and catch ya in hour or two maybe.